Well, hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. Well, I'm moving chickens. I had two in the last nesting box right there, each one trying to sit. And they had no eggs up under them because they had all rolled forward. And I can tell they're trying to sit because if they're not, they'll jump up and leave when I get my hands down there. But no, they picked me. Like they didn't want me to take them out there. But I also had one in the first nesting box over here. And I saw that Rhode Island Red sitting yesterday, hoping she would stay overnight, and I forgot to check last night. But either way, she didn't have any eggs on her either. They were all rolled up under the front. So what I did, since I can't seem to get one to want to sit in here where I've set it up, is I took this Rhode Island Red that was trying to sit and moved her to the middle nesting box over here and put today's eggs in there. Set her in there and see if she'd get comfortable and try to set on those eggs. I even took the eggs that were, she had 3 eggs in there with her, but she wasn't really on them. Moved them over there, and she stayed in there for about a minute and then got out and walked around. So then I went over and grabbed the 2 from the last pen and put one of them in there. And I divided the eggs. I had 26 eggs so far today. It's still early. Got about 3 more hours of daylight, so I could get 2 or 3 more eggs. But I divided them half and half, 13 in the middle nesting box and 13 in this first one. And then the last one's where they typically lay. So I put the first hen in there, and she stayed about a minute and ran out. And then I went and got the second hen. And I put her in there, and I blocked her and made her sit down and get comfortable. And that's her there coming in and out. She got out of the middle pen and got in the first pen. And she's raising a lot of sand. I don't know. But I'm hoping one of those 3 Rhode Island Reds that are trying to set will get up in there on top of those eggs and start setting. So I put straw in both those first 2 nesting boxes to where they can actually have a nest and hopefully set on some eggs and start incubating them and hatch some babies. So basically, if I can get them to do that, I would like to have 3 hens setting on eggs of about 12 or 13 each. Now, half of those aren't going to be fertile. So I'll have to do that at least twice for 3 hens each. So that would give me basically 36 eggs that I'm incubating with 3 hens total. If I got 3 of them to try to set. And only half of those will be fertile, so they'll actually start to grow. And then at least half of those, if y'all know chicken math, are going to be roosters. So if they were all hens, that'd be great. I wouldn't have to do it but one time. But see, she's getting back up in that middle nesting box right now. So I'm hoping that one out of the 3 is going to at least try to set on the eggs. And that's what it looks like. She's got 13 eggs up under her. And this other box has 13. I'm hoping one of these hens will go ahead and get up in there and get on those other 13 eggs. But I don't know what else to do. You can't make a hen set. I've got at least 3 broody hens. I'm trying to get them to set where I want them to set and hatch some babies, but y'all know chickens don't do what you want them to, but it looks like one of 3 may take to one of those nests, and I'm fine with that. If she does, I'll come out here after dark and pick her up and hold her and mark each one of those eggs with a pencil, so I'll know which eggs she's actually incubating. And then every day when I come out, I'll throw out some scratch like I normally do and try to get all the hens out here to eat some scratch. And while they're doing it, I'll collect the fresh eggs and leave the ones they're incubating. They can't sit on more than about 12 or 13. They're just not big enough. But see that hen walking the fence right there? That's the other broody hen. She wants back in that last pen to get back into an empty nesting box that neither one of them, they were both in the same nesting box. Neither one of them had any eggs up under them. So if I have to, I'll put some straw in one of those nesting boxes and have a hen set over there. But I'm not going to leave them in there the entire time. The reason I'm putting them in the middle is because I can move all the other hens out except for the mama hens and the one tame barnyard mix that I have right there. And hopefully when their baby chicks hatch, they won't get picked on by all the other chickens and get killed, and the mama can raise them, and then when they get big enough, they can mix in with the flocks otherwise. So that's my idea. Whether that comes to fruition or not, I don't know. But that's what I'm going to try to do. Y'all tell me if you've had any luck making a hen set where you wanted her set. I mean, they're obviously broody. That's without any doubt, because they didn't get up when I tried to reach in. They pecked me, which is leave me alone, I'm sitting. But they both let me pick them up and didn't want to come out of the nesting box. And of course, this one that's in there right now looks to be like she's getting ready to set on those eggs, and I'm fine with that. Now, I've been trying to just incubate the Rhode Island Reds and the black sex links, not the Easter eggers. But there's at least 3, if not 5 Easter egger eggs mixed in those 26. I'm going to leave them in there. It's not going to hurt me to have some more Easter eggers. And they do add color to your eggs when you carton them up. So now, as y'all can see, let me zoom back out. The boy peacock, let me pause this for a second. I'll wipe my lens, I hope that's clear. The peacock has put himself back in this first pen, and I'm fine with that. The turkey's still laying around like he's hurt his leg. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to butcher him just because he's got a hurt leg. I'm hoping he'll get better like he did before and go back to doing his job. But we'll just have to wait and see. There's nothing else I can do with it. But as far as the hens, they're all doing really well. You see, they're all playing in those down trees back there. Not all of them, but a bunch of them. And they enjoy it. So I still need to clean that mess up and get it out of there and drag it back into my wood pile in the woods back there. But for right now, I'm going to leave that hen. She's sticking her head out. I'm going to leave her in that nesting box and hope she decides to set on those eggs. She keeps pulling straw in there with her. So that's a good sign. And like I say, she got out, went in the other one, went back into that one. That's a good sign that she is trying to incubate those eggs. And with any luck, that's what's going to happen. It would be really nice if I get another two to do the same thing. But right now, I'm getting way more eggs than I'm selling. So why not use some to try to go ahead and grow the flock? So when they get old enough to lay eggs, these hens that'll be about a year old at that time will be butchered and put into the freezer. So anyway, that's what it's all about today, guys. I'm going to pause it and go show y'all my garden, though. Well, I don't know how well y'all can see, but I'm going to zoom in. I've got one. Let's see if I can get my hand down here. Oh, there it is. I've got one poking through the ground right there. And I've got one right on the other side of the rail poking through. One on this side. Another one back there. And the ground's broken up right over there where there's a 5th one trying to poke up. And this ground is broken up where it's fixing to pop out. I can actually see it in there. So all 6 of the Kentucky blue green beans that I planted in here are coming up out of the ground. That's a very good thing. I've got something coming right in the middle of this grow bag and something in the middle of this first grow bag. Potatoes are doing well. As you can see, all the corn has popped up. I planted them 6 to 8 inches apart and kind of filled up the entire 4x8 box. This should be plenty of corn. Last year I planted 2 80-foot rows in my garden and had more corn to shuck and put up than I could possibly eat myself. So this ought to be plenty to have fresh corn this year and still be able to put some up. None of the onions have come up yet. And over in the tomato, I've got one right there poking up, and I've got this right here coming up. Don't know if that's a weed or a tomato, but it's coming up. So I've got at least 2 here that have popped up out of the ground, and I can't remember. Probably 6 tomato plants or something like that in there. Potatoes are doing well. I did add more soil to the tomatoes and kind of healed them up, give them a little bit more support. I did the same thing with the potatoes. I've got to buy more soil. I used the rest of that bag. This is radishes, and it's coming up pretty good. I thought I did way more than that, but we'll just have to see. And watermelon. Y'all know I had this one poked up in the last video. Now I got another one right there that's popped up, and the ground's being pushed up right over there. I can see the plants trying to pop out. So I think I put 4 in this is all I did, because I know watermelons run and take up a lot of space. So far the watermelons are doing really well. None of the carrots have popped up. None of the onions have popped up. And there's squash popping up here. That's 2. There's 3. That one I can see, but y'all probably can't on camera. It's getting ready to come through. That's 4. That one's already busted through. I can see it under the dirt right there. It's 5. And 6, 7. So I've got at least 7 squash plants that are coming up. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the zucchini squash coming up. I think there's another one in the middle that hasn't come up yet. So the zucchini and the squash, the Kentucky blue green beans, the corn, tomatoes, potatoes, and the radishes, all that is starting to come up and doing really, really well for me. So when I remember and get off work one day this week, I'm gonna run to Lowe's and buy at least 5 more bags of soil, some type of good soil that I can continue healing up my potatoes and tomato plants, and keep them to where they'll hopefully produce more. And I'm thrilled with it. So I got 1 hen out of 3 that's cooperating with me about trying to incubate some eggs, just in case y'all couldn't see that a little while ago. You see that plant popping up right there? That's the Kentucky blue green bean. So I know you can see the others. They're up really, really well. But this one here also, if I can get it in the picture, let's see, right there. Y'all see the green down in there just a little bit. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5, and I think there's another one over there that's broke the ground right over there. And I only planted 6 of those, so I'm pretty sure all 6 of those are going to come up. Now, I don't know how well the Kentucky blue green bean will produce, but it's more than I've got now. And I'm thrilled. The garden is looking great. I watered it yesterday. I will not water it today. I think I'm going to go to every 3rd day watering instead of every other day, just because those grow bags and these raised beds seem to hold the moisture better than the garden does. So I think I'm going to go to every 3rd day. I don't want to overwater them. But y'all, this is learning from me. Japan Ham, I appreciate all your comments and your advice and suggestions, I do appreciate it, man. I'm just not able to do it all by myself, but I'm trying, and I'm trying to learn how to not only grow food, but then I've got a brand new pressure canner in the house that I've never done. Now, have I got hundreds of pressure can food stored in the barn? Yes, but my ex-wife did all that canning. I can't stand the sound of the while it's pressure canning. But I'm going to have to get over it and learn how to pressure can and put more food up. So that's the idea. I'm hoping I can get my daughter or two, one of them, involved in putting up food. I mean, freezing it's easy. I've got 3 freezers slap full of food, but I'd rather can it so I don't have to have refrigeration to make it last a while. So, and Japan ham, I do plan on cutting the bottom of these 2x4s off and laying a short piece of 2x4 flat to keep it from tearing through the landscape fabric. But I'm probably going to buy another roll of landscape fabric and cover up what I haven't covered, and then cover up the seam as well that they didn't quite overlap. Excuse me. But anyway, so the cardboard's sticking out here, but the fabric barely sticks out. And you know, I don't want to have to spray poison in there, so I'll probably buy more landscape fabric somewhere down the road and try to prevent the grass and weeds from taking over. But y'all tell me what you think of my raised bed garden. Now just remember, it's all brand new. Everything that I've done for the first time in my life, and I'm 57 and a half years old. So I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to do it right and be able to grow. I've never used grow bags before. I've never used raised beds before. So it's all brand new to me. But guys, I appreciate y'all watching my videos. I'm gonna walk back over to the chicken pen. I appreciate y'all way more than you could possibly imagine, helping me grow my little channel and sharing knowledge with me. And I can't tell if that hen is still in the nesting box or not. I hope she decides to stay in there. But either way, if I have to, I'll put some straw in one of these boxes and one of them over there and stop the eggs from rolling away and see if I can get a hen to set. And maybe once they've sat for about a week, I'll be able to move them and then continue setting. I don't know. I'm trying. Y'all let me know what you think, and if you've tried that before, will it work? Will the hen continue setting if I move her? All that good stuff. I just don't know. So thank y'all very much for watching my videos, subscribing to the channel, hitting the thumbs up. All that stuff really helps us small channels, and we greatly appreciate it. Y'all remember what I've always told you. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared. All right, guys, I was trying to do an update, but let's see if y'all can see him. See him right there? That's the male peacock. I counted the hens today. There's 31 hens, 3 roosters. He's been in the pen all day. He decided to fly up into the tree, which is good because he's protected up there. Predators can't get him. I'd rather him be in the pen with the rest of them, but he ain't mine, so. But the hens haven't decided to stay on those eggs, so I'm going to wait till dark, which we're about 30 minutes from dark. They're all trying to decide where they're going to roost. I'm going to take 2 of those Rhode Island red hens and set them down on those eggs after it gets good and dark and see if they'll stay there tonight and possibly tomorrow. But I counted the eggs. I've got 28 eggs today. So I put 14 in each nesting box, which is more than they really should be trying to cover, but just wanted to throw this at the end of the video. All right, one more thing before I end it here. If you look at my potting bench, I got 8 bags of garden soil. My sister had a plumbing leak I had to go fix, so we had to run to Lowe's to get the stuff to fix it. And while I'm there, I went ahead and bought 8 bags. They had this on sale 4 for $10. So not too bad. It says 25.7 pounds dry, or quarts actually. Net weight is 12.4 pounds. So it's very fluffy, you know, but either way, I got 8 more bags. That way I can continue to heal up my potatoes and my tomato plants, and hopefully have enough to get everything done. So I'm gonna get off here, guys. Corn's not a very good nutritional item, but I tell you what, it'll fill a belly. And these beans are coming up. Pretty sure there's one in that corner that's broke through, but it's getting dark enough it's hard for me to see. Thank y'all for watching.